when you get to Latrobe, it's just like being at your second home. But it's a lot of history.
Who did you room with when you were there? Like, what was
Troy
that
the whole
like?
time. It was Troy and I.
All 12 years.
All 12 years.
Oh,
it was
my
Troy.
Lord.
So that's why I said
you get to know each other on a more intimate level when you're rooming with someone too.
Yeah, it's like your wife. Like Troy and I, like, first of all, we both OCD when it comes down to being clean. Like that was. I'm so glad that was my roommate because I got huge OCDness when it comes down to being clean. Troy as well. So we was that was just like check, and another check. We checked off damn near every box when it came down to that. He likes to get up early and work out. I like to get up early and work out. So that was perfect on time. Transferring to him getting up, saying his prayers. Like I would say my prayers at night. He would start off in the morning and at night. But it made me start off in the morning, like getting on my knees, saying my prayers. So it's just like a lot of small things I picked up from TP that you just, put it into your everyday lifestyle.
Was it your choice to room together year after year after year? I know as rookies, it was just decided.
They did it as rookies. Omar, shout out to Omar. He's the GM right now. At the time, he wasn't. But he was like, you and Troy be good roommate? And I was like, yeah. And then from that point on, it was like, don't ever break us up. Don't ever break us up. So my rookie in second year, even when we traveled away, we roommate, got the 2 queens. Then our third year, when we started starting, we had our own rooms. Like third year was just like whatever. But yeah, I've been with that dude for the longest, 20 years. 20 years. I've been with that dude for 20 years.
I'm sure you saw the clip, Bryant McFadden's show with the note, the All Things Covered podcast, great podcast with Bryant McFadden, Patrick Peterson.
Shout out to B-Mac and Pat Pete.
Yeah. That story is incredible.
Yeah.
That story was incredible. And just to know like a simple gesture, the ripple effects that had on the rest of his life, I think speaks volumes to him as a person, let alone what we know Troy on the field as a player as well. And that note, and the fact that he still had the note too, just something so small, I think speaks volumes to them. And again, I know Ike, you witnessed that firsthand coming into the league with Troy, leaving the league with Troy.
Mark, dude's just different, bro. TP just different. He's a different human being. Like I look at Troy totally different from anybody I've ever met. Like that's how I just look at Troy. He's like you can't even. It's only a few. It's RIP Paul Rooney. It's Coach LeBeau and it's Troy. And I got one I see every day and my son. Them folk. Like I look at them folk totally different from anybody else. But Troy just a unique individual, man. It's just it's hard. You gotta be around them. Yeah. So once you're around them, Mark, you like, oh, okay, this is why was talking about.
Well, he doesn't do media availability all that much. And it seems like every time he does an interview, there's a new story that you didn't know before, even from something that happened, say, a decade ago.
Right. Listen, eventually we're gonna have him on. It's gonna be history when we have him on. Like, I know he waiting for the right time. Yeah. I'm waiting for the right time. And when we sit down, it's gonna be a lot of laughing and crying. Like I hate that. Like I can already tell how this gonna go. So TPA just he's gonna do what he need to do. But when we sit down with him, it's gonna be a good time.
Ike, I'll intro the show and then I might get 1 or 2 questions. I can usually find something with my research, but I'm standing out of the way and just letting you two chop it up.